Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a very nice day to my panels, Dr. Eliza and Dr. Muhammad Azhar. I'm Ahmad bin Mukhlis. I will present on my final year project on the simulation of condenser water flow in heating, ventilating and air conditioning system by using computational fluid dynamics or CFD. Okay, here is my presentation outlines. So it consists on 8 parts, which is the first part is the problem statement, the second part is introduction, the third part is objective and scope, the fourth part is the methodology followed by model validation and grid independent test results, and the last part is conclusion and also recommendation. We go to the first part, which is the problem statement. Why we choose this research? Because we want to study the performance of the condenser water flow from chiller to cooling tower and vice versa, and could the losses, pressure and velocity effect be simulated by using CFD software, and also we want to know the recommendation and solution to correlate with the airflow of the HVAC system based on the simulation. Next, we go to our introduction. HVAC is a wide field of mechanical engineering system which engineers had to consider various parameters to determine the correct and suitable HVAC system. Generally, there are two types of HVAC system, which is centralized and decentralized system. In this research, we only consider for the centralized system, which is the water-cooled chiller system, which consists of chiller and condenser water. In this building, butterfly valve is the mostly used for the condenser water flow, and it is to stop, regulate and start flow in pipes. Here is the picture of butterfly valve from Park Global HVAC system, HVAC's chiller water valve and pumps 2012. So the condenser water is forced to flow by a pump to a flow section up to the cooling tower since it flows against the gravity. So the Reynolds number calculation had been determined in order to identify the flow characteristic, and it is simulated by CFD software, which consists of pre-processing, processing and also post-processing. Next, our objective and scope. There are two main objectives here. The first one, to study the condenser water flow system and its behavior by using CFD. The second objective is to examine the pressure loss and turbulent flow velocity that occurs based on the result of simulation for the condenser water flow system to maintain and stabilize the HVAC system. There are 4 scopes here. The first one, is only analyzed in the effect on losses, pressure and velocity distribution, two components in condenser water flow system. The second scope are the parameters to set up on flow to butterfly valve and pipe with different height difference. The third scope, which the research is based on the butterfly valve at Mel Prudential Kuala Lumpur, and it only consists of condenser water flow system. And the last part, the simulation and analysis is done by using computational fluid dynamics software, which is called ANSYS Fluent. Next, we go to our methodology. The methodology consists of the 3 big steps, which is the first one, pre-processing, followed by processing, and lastly is the post-processing. The post-processing consists of 3 main parts, which is the geometry construction, meshing, and also the boundary condition. The geometry construction is constructed based on the diameter of pipe and also the geometry of valve from the real condition from the Mel Prudential, and it is drawn by using the SolidWorks software. After that, the drawing is transferred to ANSYS by converting it into IGES file, and it is opened by ANSYS Space Claim to repair and to ensure the drawing is fit into ANSYS. After that, the drawing is opened up into meshing process just like this, and we use the patch conforming, which is the tetrahedron setting. And we set the boundary condition. Here we have 4 boundary conditions, which is inlet, outlet, wall inside, which is the plate valve, and also the wall outside, which is the pipe wall. Next is the processing process. After that, the drawing is opened at the ANSYS Fluent with this parameter setting, and the setting is use K epsilon standard with a standard solution. After all the processing, the drawing is opened at the CFD post to generate results which such as graph, contour, streamline, and also data analysis. Okay, now we go to the result as discussion for validation, GIT, and all overall simulation result. For the model validation, there are 3 steps which start from the journal reference, which we take journal from Virachai Chai Pravu, which entitled The Engineering Investigation of the Water Flow Past the Butterfly Valve. Why we choose this journal? Because the data is easy to be extract and validate, and also the scope of the research is similar, which is to study the loss coefficient. After that, we extract the validation model and setting here, and below is the characteristic and also the dimension. After that, we take one results comparison, which is the comparison on the loss coefficient K, which using this calculating this use this formula. So here is the graph which is we want to validate. So by that graph, we have 3 different graphs here, which we compare from the simulation and the journal result before. So the relative error should be below 10%, and for these 3 validation result for different velocities, we get all the relative error below than 10%. Next, we go to the grid independent test result. So why we do the grid independent test? Because we want to produce the optimum mesh which can reduce workload time, and next it is usually performed around more than 3 times to get a suitable meshing average, and the error in the meshing should be below 5%, as such described by here by the meshing shop by Ozen Engineering. For the skewness should be below than 0.85, and the orthogonal quality should be above 0.14. Yes, and mesh area should be in an acceptance value, and the graph obtained should reaches a stagnant and a constant shape. So here is the result. So for the graph, it had reached the stagnant and constant shape. For the test, we choose the test because it have the least relative error, which is 2.39%, and it's also achieved the criteria which is less than 5% relative error result. Now we go to the overall simulation results. The first result is for pressure distribution. So the original pressure injected was 925.4 Pascal, and from the graph here, we have summarized that the water flow that passes to 0, 20, 30 and 55 degrees position of the valve, the pressure drop has a lower impact than compared to the 75 degree position. It is green line is the 75 degrees position, and the pressure before it reached the valve but as high pressure and is always upstream the valve disc as described by the contour below. So from 0 to 75 degrees, the contour here shows a red contour which is a high pressure, and after it passes through the butterfly valve, the pressure become lower. It is indicated by this yellow or green contour. So from the pressure distribution, we can get the pressure drop. So we plot the bar graph for the absolute average pressure drop for each valve angle, and based from that, the highest pressure drop happened at 75 degree valve, with its absolute pressure drop was 1493.1 megapascal, and the least pressure was at a 0 degree, which is 113.94 megapascal. The pressure drop will definitely occur since a high pressure of water flow will passes through a relatively smaller butterfly valve which had a lesser area compared to the diameter of pipe. For the velocity of water flow, the velocity injected was 403 and 61 meter per second, and the velocity here is constant until it reaches on negative 0.2 before the valve that is located at the origin 0.0. Okay, the more the valve angle close, it increases the velocity of the water that passes through the valve. Since the velocity is large, the difference between maximum and minimum velocities inside the pipe will increase, which causes the turbulence and circulation of the fluid flow. So here is our velocity streamline from 0 degree to 75 degrees. There are so many patterns of velocity based on the plate valve that have been setting. We go to the last part, which is the conclusion and recommendation. So for the conclusion in achieving the first objective, the butterfly valve and the condenser water flow is simulated by using the ANSYS Fluent, and it is simulated by different plate butterfly valve angle consists from 0, 20, 30, 55 and 75 degree. And from them, 20 degree butterfly valve was chosen because it have a moderate result which balance the flow. So the water disperses moderately and HVAC system can perform with optimum performance. For the second objective, to achieve that, it is related to the first objective. It is described to the contour and streamlines of the water flow. So the vortices and eddies were constructed based on the simulation at the backside downstream of the valve, and the turbulence flow happened after the water flow through the valve. The pressure drop will occur and it will alter the gaining pressure, and also the velocity of the water will increase as it reaches the plate of the valve. So for our recommendation, the first one, we can use RNG K epsilon setting apart from this standard setting to have a better description in the flow of water in butterfly valve. Also, we can use Reynolds stress model. Despite it is take longer time to complete simulation, but it can get more accurate result. So for the performance, we can use high specification PC such as high remote access memory or RAM, at least minimum for 16 GB, by using solid state drive SSD storage, and also suitable graphic card to enhance the ANSYS performance. Also, we can use dynamic analysis instead of static analysis to show the realistic movement of valve angle with torque characteristic. And due to COVID-19 pandemic, cannot use the PC from CFD lab that has more powerful RAM due to restriction of the movement control or the MCO. It is all my final year project presentation. Thank you for your attention.